All right, so I'm here with Fernando Puma Martinez. Vamos Argentina.
Vamos Argentina, carajo.
You and Ioka.
Con Ioka, vamos
Pelea.
con Ioka ahí, sí.
Muy buena pelea.
Muy buena.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Alright, so I've been wanting to get to this video for months on end. Like, when I say months, I'm talking about since like March, April. I've been wanting to get to this video because it's an important fight. It's a very significant fight in one of my favorite weight classes, the super flyweight division. You're going to have the WBA and IBF titles on the line. It's a unification fight. Save the date, July 7th in Tokyo, Japan. It's going to be a momentous occasion as Kazuto Ioka takes on Fernando Puma Martinez. You know, because Kazuto Ioka, one of boxing's true warriors, the man with the most career world title defenses among active fighters. A guy that is looking to put the finishing touches on what's been an amazing career, you know, potentially a Hall of Fame career. And he's fighting a guy, Martinez, who, although he's champion, he's still seeking the recognition. He's still seeking that signature win. He's had some great wins in his career so far against the likes of, you know, Jade Bornea, Joan Ancaz twice. But he's looking for that big name. And so this could be it for him. And it's a really interesting fight, a fun fight. So let's talk about this fight, and let's talk about what impact it could have on the division moving forward. So as far as the fight, you got Kazuto Ioka, who's 35 years old. Like I said, he's towards the end of his career. Ioka hasn't, in my humble opinion, I don't think Ioka's fought anybody this hungry to win a fight, this fresh in their career, since he fought Kosai Tanaka in late 2020 when he knocked him out and made him do cartwheels all over the Ota City Gymnasium. That was the last guy I felt like was young, strong. I don't want to say in his prime because I feel like Tanaka's in his prime now, but he was heading towards his prime. You know, now, you know, since then he's fought guys like, you know, good fighters like Francisco Rodriguez Jr. and Donnie Nietes, and he's had the Joshua Franco fights, and he cherry-picked Jasper Perez. But Martinez represents to me a young, strong, fresh, determined fighter who is in the middle of his prime. A guy that ain't exactly like, he's not rolling in money right now, but he wants to get to those bigger and better paydays. And the only way he's gonna do that is if he beats Ioka, and that would really put him up there with some of the Argentinian fighters in the sport of recent memory, like your guys like Maidana and Lucas Matisse and those kind of guys. I feel like a win here would do that, especially because he's on the road, he's in Japan. We know how hard it is to beat Japanese fighters, especially in Japan, because the Japanese fighters are very prideful, especially when they fight at home. So it's just different. But yeah, Puma Martinez, I think, is going to be a good fight. Ioka, we know, is a very skilled fighter, a counterpuncher, a guy that likes to take his time and could be the aggressive counterpuncher. And he's going to have a fighter here in Martinez who don't know how to stop, who's going to throw as many punches per round as his body and soul allow him to. And you got to think, you know, just put yourself in Martinez's shoes. He's not no spring chicken. Martinez is 32 years old. And in this weight class, 32 years old is ancient. So he don't got a lot of time. He don't got a lot of time to be out here, you know, losing fights. This is it for him. This is the big one. And I think we're going to get the best of Martinez in this fight. Now, the question is, what kind of Ioka shows up? Because over the last couple of years, I feel like Ioka has been an up and down fighter. You know, look at just his last couple of fights. A lot of people thought that he should have lost at least one of those Joshua Franco fights. And Joshua Franco's a good fighter, a solid fighter. I like Joshua Franco, but Ioka should have, in my opinion, in both fights, he should have beat him more decisively than he did. So to me, that what that showed me is that Ioka has had some slippage. He has lost a step or two because the guy that fought Franco and the guy that fought Kosai Tanaka are two different fighters, and I do think he has lost a step. So, you know, I'm really intrigued to see how he performs in this fight, honestly. And then the winner of this fight becomes unified champion, and I think that sets up one of two potential big matchups. The winner of this fight could either fight Kosai Tanaka in a unification fight, and if it's Ioka who wins this fight, then they have a unification, a 3-belt unification rematch, and that'd be huge. That would do big numbers and big business in Japan. Fernando Martinez wins, him and Tanaka would be a great fight. You know, Tanaka has a very athletic counter-punching style. He's tightened up his defense a bit more. I think he's a more complete fighter than the guy that lost to Ioka. So I think him versus Martinez would be a good fight. And then the WBC belt, which is currently occupied by Gaio Estrada, the winner of this fight could fight the winner of Bam Rodriguez versus Gaio Estrada. So these guys could potentially be Bam Rodriguez opponents or Gaio Estrada opponents. I think Bam probably beats Gaio. I don't want to write off Gaio, but I just think, you know, he hasn't been fighting too much, and Bam is younger and stronger, so he should get the job done. If Bam beats Gaio, then, you know, you're looking at him fighting the winner of this fight in a potential big 3-belt unification. And look, the way I'm seeing it, this fight is the first domino to fall in the pathway to potentially getting an undisputed champion at 115. You know, these weight classes generally don't tend to have undisputed champions because, look, sanctioning fees are a real thing. And if these guys were to try to go undisputed with the sanctioning fees they charge, these guys be broke. So, a lot of these guys. So, I think with, you know, Japanese fighters in the mix, they'll pay good money for the fights out there in Japan. I think with Eddie Hearn involved as well, with Bam, if he winds up coming through the Estrada fight, he'd pay big money for Bam because they believe in Bam, and they'll take the loss just to continue to build him up into a star. So I'm actually starting to really believe that we could get an undisputed super flyweight champion, which to me would be amazing because it doesn't happen in these weights because of money. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Martinez versus Ioka. I think it's an amazing fight for the sport. I think it's one of the fights that hasn't been really talked about enough in boxing, and I gotta talk about it more here on True School Sports. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you guys think about Fernando Martinez versus Kazuto Ioka? What kind of chance do you give Martinez in this fight? I know Ioka will probably go on as a favorite, but what kind of chance are people giving the Argentine? I mean, I like Martinez. I think every time he comes, I've only watched the fight 3 times, but every time I've ever seen him fight, he's been the kind of fighter that gives every last fiber of his being and comes forward and lets his hands fly. So if the Ioka from the first Joshua Franco fight shows up in this fight, I think Martinez could beat him. But either way, it's a great fight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.
Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canastota, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.